Dear learner, kindly fill your feedback form. Yes, yes. The ones who have not filled the feedback form can do it now. I have pasted the link yet again. Get into the chat box. It's great to see so many learners joining us today. And as we start with this session, and before I move ahead, it is an honor to acknowledge the distinguished leadership that guides and strengthens every initiative at the Center for History and Honor Education. We take great pride in recognizing the distinguished leadership of Honorable Chancellor and Member of Parliament, Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, lovely Professional University, worthy Pro-Chancellor, Colonel Dr. Rashmi Mittal, lovely Professional University, respected Vice Chancellor Dr. Jaspal Singh Sandhi, lovely Professional University, respected Director Dr. Professor Prakash Singh, Center for Distance and Online Education, respected Head of the Wing, Ms. Ginny Nijavan, Center for Distance and Online Education, and respected Head of the Division, Mr. Manish, Center for Distance and Online Education. Though they may not be present here today with us in this session, there is a continuous support and guidance and belief in equality of education that inspire every initiative we bring forth under the banner of CDOE, that is Center for Distance and Online Education. I believe we all are set with a virtual round of applause for our guest speaker. And today's masterclass, it revolves around a powerful theme, that is how programming has evolved from traditional logic-driven structures to intelligent adaptive systems powered by AI. Whether you are a learner, a tech enthusiast, a developer, or someone fascinated by artificial intelligence, today's session is tailored to give you clarity, direction, and real-world insight. It is now my privilege to introduce our distinguished resource person for the day, Dr. Chirag Sharma, Associate Professor and Head of the Department at lovely Professional University. Dr. Sharma is an educator, researcher, and YouTuber with a PhD in computer science and engineering. His work spans across machine learning, image processing, and interdisciplinary innovation. He has guided PhD scholars, published influential research, and led several hackathons and tech-driven events that encourages students to merge creativity with computation. And as a content creator, he inspires thousands through his education and motivation videos, helping learners explore technology with curiosity and purpose. Today, he brings to us a wealth of knowledge and insights that can reshape how we perceive programming in the era of intelligent automation. So it is an honor to have you with us. We now invite you to lead us through the transformative masterclass on From Logic to Intelligence, Programming in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. The screen is all yours, sir.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I would like to thank the people who have basically made it possible for me to speak on such an important topic right now. Would like to thank lovely School of Distance Education Online, LPU Online also, for giving me this platform. And thank you very, very much. So firstly, a warm welcome to all the participants who are basically spending their time. I hope their time gets utilized and in a very positive way. So we are in a master class, and since we are talking about the power of programming, the power of logics, and the importance of intelligence. So one of the important things that we all need to understand that it's very important that we should imply the logics, but it's very important for us to apply artificial intelligence in our daily requirements as well. So hopefully this session will be fruitful to all of you. So I'm just sharing my screen, and then I would be speaking on this particular topic. Just let me just share my screen for all of you. Hopefully the screen is visible to all of you, everyone.
Visible.
Is it visible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, great. So here we are presenting with the masterclass. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Dr. Chirag. I am an associate professor with 13 years of teaching experience. I'm head of department in School of Computer Science and Engineering. I've coordinated more than 250 events and published lots of research articles on the topic of image processing. So I'm a Oracle Java certified, and then certifications in C, C++, Java also. So the important point for everyone to understand is that how the power of logics that basically implying the whole part. So the essence our master class is from logic to intelligence programming in the age of AI. Artificial intelligence is getting a lot of popularity these days. So technically, we'll talk about how we are going to form the logics, how logic building is done, and after that we'll basically focus on how artificial intelligence is playing a key role in software development or redefining various aspects of computer science and engineering. So, what will be the learning outcomes in this workshop? Firstly, we'll be trying to enhance our ability to build logic for problem solving. Like when I talk about creating the logic, so there it can be done in various ways, but we need to basically understand the concept of logic building. Logic building means creating the logics to solve a particular problem. So, how importance of logic building is important because firstly, we should know how to think. How to think means if I'm solving a particular problem, I should know how to solve a particular problem. Then the third part is how artificial intelligence is transforming. It is actually transforming the traditional programming. So we have traditional programming. We have various programming languages like C language, C++, Java, Python. So how artificial intelligence is helping software developers to basically transform in a nice way. And the fourth, we'll be basically doing some live exercises. So I've planned some different exercises for all of you to basically build logic. So we'll be using automata programming, where we'll be creating the abstract devices, and we are going to solve a problem. So it means we'll try to think how to solve a particular problem. Then important information is we need to understand the importance of AI tools. Artificial intelligence tools are very, very important right now. We should know what right AI tool is for all of us. Obviously, many good companies have developed their own AI tools, and every AI tool is having its own importance. So that's what we will be discussing. So firstly, I'll talk about the contents that we are basically going to do. One first important content is that we'll be introducing the programming and some logic building part. Then I will be discussing some object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming in the form of, let's say, we will take a language of C++. We'll also calculate the power of coding and calculating the time complexity. So there's a very important thing that when you particularly code, how much time it takes to solve a particular code. So time is important, right? Then I'll be introducing the concept of artificial intelligence, some prompt engineering concepts. Right prompt is required for any AI tool to work properly. and then some AI tools, which I will try to discuss, or some AI tool extensions in some certain coding platforms. I will be discussing that. Now, the main perspective in this workshop we all need to understand is why we are learning logic building. The point is that if I say that everything is to be done by the machines, machines are evolved by us. So logic building is as important as it can be. Fundamentals, you can't forget those fundamentals, right? So what do we do with it, and what will be the training outcome? The training outcome is that I'll leave the whole space for all of you, that how you are going to create logic and how you are going to use AI to solve the problems. So that's what my main target would be. Now, why programming languages are important? Because when I talk about various programming languages like C language, C++, we have Python, we have Java, they basically control the behavior of machine, right? So we have various uh, you know various programmers. What they are doing, they are basically trying to solve a particular problem by providing the solutions. Various things we can actually evolve, various, whether we are going to create some gaming applications, Android development, so you have various apps. You are all programmers, right? So you have various different applications that you are using. Even I'm using this Zoom platform. It's something is programmed accordingly. So real time involvement in any machines also. So we have C++. This is actually a powerful language. So normally C++ supports the concept of object oriented programming. What is an object? Guys, you all are objects. You all are objects means if you are a student, you are an object. It means you are a real time entity, means you have your own properties, your name, your registration number, your phone number, your WhatsApp number. These are all properties. This is known as data members. These are all properties or data properties, and these are known as data members. And you all have to study. So that is a function. So when I combine study with your properties of name, registration number, phone number, the entire thing becomes a class, and that is a class of a student. I am a faculty over here. I have hopefully uh, Hopefully my voice is audible to all. Right. So I'm just sharing my screen again. जितना फोन नहीं आएगा तब तक चलता रहेगा. Okay. Hopefully my voice is audible. Right. So we talk about the object-oriented programming languages. So there is one important programming language we have with C++. So then there were some limitations which were there in C++, which were basically taken care by any other programming language that is named as Java. Now, Java was actually developed in 1993 by James Gosling. However, it has also provided some object-oriented features. So when I talk about object-oriented features are always related with the objects. Objects are your real-time entities. Real-time entities basically have real-time properties. So if I'm talking about I'm creating a class, so I'm technically creating a data type. So we have predefined data types like integer, float, character. But when we talk about creating a class, so creating a class means creating a user-defined data type, and object is actually the variable of class. It means the data type of an object is known as class name. So if I'm talking about student, class student, so student becomes a user-defined data type, and any object that I create would be the object of that particular class. So let me just write that for all of you. Just a minute. I'm sharing the screen again. So I'm sharing my screen again. So here is this particular thing which I wanted to tell you, that if I'm creating a particular variable, I'm writing class, I'm writing class student. So guys, when I write this particular thing, I'm writing in C++ language. So what is this? This class student is actually a user-defined data type. If I'm declaring a variable that I have a registration number which is of integer data type, right? Int data type, I'm writing a registration number. I'm writing int a roll number. I'm writing float TGPA. So this these are the variables of these are data members. These are data members. These are properties. These are the properties of student. So let's suppose I say that student is basically going to study. So technically, I want to basically access these data members, registration number, roll number, CGPA. So I will access them with the help of a function, and the function I can write it as void study. So technically, what I will do is I will take the inputs of registration number, takes the inputs of roll number as well as CGPA, and I will access it. So technically, this is known as a member function, and these are known as data members. And data members and member functions, when combined together, they are encapsulated in the form of a class named student. And guys, just see, your registration number is of integer data type. Your roll number again is of integer data type, but CGPA is float data type. These are predefined members in a particular class. Predefined means these are defined automatically. These are already defined in the library. However, when I'm writing student, so student is created by us. So hence it is known as user defined data type. And if I create an object of student, like say if I'm just writing in the main, I'm just going to write the members of, I'm writing student followed by obj. So now the point is that now I'm writing student obj. So guys, this is known as object of data type which we are creating. So hence, this is something which I wanted to tell. That is why object-oriented languages are there, because they deal with the real life values. So and Java, C++, and Python are gaining a lot of popularity these days. So these are list of programming languages like C language, C++, Python, Java, Ruby language. These are all the user object-oriented programming languages, right? So we have object-oriented programming languages with classes, objects. So we have polymorphism also as one of the concepts. Like it is that kind of a concept where we have poly means many, morphous means forms. We have many forms for a particular variable. So we have inheritance. Inheritance means, what is inheritance? I'm going to inherit from one place to another place. Abstraction. Abstraction means that we are basically going to hide the data. When I talk about inheritance, inheritance means we are inheriting the, let's say, features from our parents, but we are having our own features, right? So we are the class, we are the derived class which are inheriting the parents from our features from our parents. We are having our own properties, so that is known as inheritance. Abstraction is something which is known as data hiding. Data hiding means we are going to hide the data, and you have a car, right? You see what is there is visible in the car, but again, what is to be hidden? So something is already hidden. All the properties which our car is contained is not displayed properly, right? So that is hidden. So that is also a property that is owned in C++. And then we have file handling. We are storing everything in the files. So that is something which is real. So I'm talking about the object. So this is a real life entity like student. So again, data type is known as class name. So student, whatever is that student that we are creating, that is class name. Then normal variables who have normal variables are having the data type like registration, roll number, CGPA. They are having integer, and float, right? So again, we whenever we are declaring an object, we are writing student followed by object, the memory gets allocated. So that's how your programming goes. That's how normal programming languages work. They work like this. So I'm summing it with structures and classes. These are all user defined data types. It is a collection of different types of data, obviously. Registration number, roll number, and CGPA. Registration roll number may be in integer, but CGPA was float. So it's a different type of data. So we have structures or classes. So classes by default are private because for any good object-oriented programming languages, the by default access is private. We don't want to show everything to the end user how we are creating the things. So we need our code to be hidden also, right? So when I talk about inheritance is like we are using from one class to another class. I don't want to write the same features again and again, right? There are some features which are repeated, so there are some features which are not repeated, but however, I want to use from one class to another class. So we have a class which is known as animal, right? It is eating, it is sleeping. Again, we are having another class dog, right? So again, this is also another kind of a feature that we are having, right? So we have dog which is having its own features, right? So it is basically inheriting from animal. So the eat, sleep features are inherited to the dog. We don't have to write everything again and again. If something can be reused, that is what inheritance is all about, right? Then we are having types of inheritance. We have multiple, we have single, we have hybrid. So these are the kinds of inheritance we have. We are having this particular properties. Then we have inheritance. Inheritance we have discussed. We have inheritance in real life there are many types of inheritance we have. So real life examples like class, vehicle, we have bus. Again, it is a derived class which is inheriting from class vehicle, right? So we have class car, again driving from class vehicle, class truck, again from class vehicle. When I talk about polymorphism means many forms. A person, let's say, is a customer in a person. I'm talking about a person. In shopping mall, we behave like a customer. In bus, we behave like a passenger. In school, we behave like a student. At home, we behave like son or daughter. So technically, one person is having many various forms, right? So that's what polymorphism is. We have a concept of function overloading. Function overloading means you have a same function name and different arguments. Their function can be different. So we have functions with area, and area function can be obtained by rectangle as well as circle. For rectangle, the coding would be length multiplied by breadth. For a circle, it will be pi r square. So again, the function name can be same, but behavior can be different. That's what polymorphism is all about, right? So I'm moving faster. So we are having abstraction. Abstraction C. Just see over here as a type of an abstraction. We have a car. The car is having its own features, right? Right. But I cannot know what actual the class is containing. So that is known as abstraction. It means I have hidden my data. I don't want to show if I'm developing a very good app. I don't want to show anything to the other people how I've developed it. So I need to hide it. So that is what abstraction is all about, right? So we have data hiding, abstract classes can be created. We are focusing on interfaces. So guys, when I talk about the placement purpose, programming languages are very important. We should know how we can program. We can discuss how we can basically code. But the important point is data structures is the clarity regarding the data structures should be there. So you can create account in HackerRank. You can solve multiple problems, but you should know the basics. The basics should be very important. But when you're applying for government jobs, so again, it depends upon the requirements. But we do have, if anybody is skilled, they can apply for junior engineers or trainings also. That's again up to you. So when I talk now, I'm coming to the entire workshop flow. The entire workshop flow says when I talk about logics. So it's very important for us to say that logic in daily life is very important, but it's actually playing a very vital role in helping us to give us informed decisions, right? There is logic for everything. Let's say if I'm delivering this workshop, so there is a logic behind that I have my own flow which I want to deliver. So again, that I would deliver as per my content says. So if I'm talking about uh, logics, so there is a reason why the thing happens. I have to basically use my mind, use my thinking level to solve it, right? So if I'm saying, is my number even or odd? So there is a reason behind it. That there will be a logic behind to solve this particular problem. Is a number positive, negative, or zero? So we know if I want to solve this particular problem, I know if my numbers are more than zero, so they are positive. If it is zero, it is zero, and if they are less than zero number, or they are in negative values, these are again negative numbers. If I want to know what if any number which is a small number from 1 to 10, so I know if my number goes with 1, so it is a smaller number. So logic is playing a lot of importance in these days. I need to just set the particular tone. So when I talk about logic building, so it is deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning. So when I talk about deductive reasoning, so I will be drawing some conclusions out of it. Inductive reasoning, it will be I'm making my own generalized decisions. Abductive reasoning can be inferring from best possible experience. And critical thinking analyze the facts to form a particular judgment. So critical thinking means I need to analyze what is there in my surroundings, and then I will be trying my own to form a particular decision. So inferring abductive reasoning is inferring from the best possible example from incomplete information. So, but eventually I need to go with the best possible explanation, right? So again, let me tell you, 90% of the programs are using logics, right? A straggling 90% of the software programs rely on logical principles to make sure the function behaves properly. The highlights or critical role of logic in programming and software development. Again, the logic plays an important role, as I said, 90%. So if I'm using artificial intelligence in solving a particular problem, so there is a logic behind using that. So again, don't worry, the logics are, again, they are very, very important, right? So I'm just taking 1 minute off, right? So I would ask if anybody is having any sort of issue. So moderator can let me answer those queries. After that, we'll flow with the logic building, and then we'll be going with artificial intelligence. Anybody is having any sort of questions, so you can involve the people with the chat, and they can ask the questions. Any moderator? Okay. So we have Hardik. Hardik, I'm answering your question. C++ is an object-oriented programming, but C++ include pointers. But Java does not have pointers. Java is more dependent. Is it so? Absolutely right. Why Java does not have pointers? Guys, you can always ask me questions here. So that would be meaningful discussions to all, right? So when I talk about Java as a programming language, yes, it is way better than C++ because C++ does have the concept of pointers that do have problem. Why? Let me tell you. When I talk about when I talk about C++, so we have this concept of pointers, dangling pointers and wild pointers. Let's say if I declare a variable, so I'm writing in chat box, I'm writing int star p. So I have declared the particular variable, but I have not given it any address as such. So if I have not given it any address, so it means it is a wild pointer. It can point to anyone else, anything else, right? So I have allocated a memory to a pointer variable. However, that pointer variable is not doing anything. So hence, I this is a disadvantage. If I'm talking about dangling pointer, it means a pointer some point to locations which are already deallocated. And if you are pointing to something, let's say you know my location, you point to that particular location, right? So you are a particular pointer and you are pointing to a location. Let's say you know my location, but my location gets changed somehow, and you point to a particular location which is already deallocated. So you are a dangling pointer. So you are pointing to a location which is deleted. So hence, I would say Java has an edge because Java does not use the concept of pointers. It holds the points of references. So, if my Harshita has asked the question, AI को यूज करने के लिए बिगनर को कौन सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सबसे पहले आनी चाहिए? So you see that's my perception, but I say if you know C++, you will learn Java in no time because C++ most of the concepts are followed in Java. It's just that some technical differences are there. The technical declarations or some like C++ supports the concept of multiple inheritance, which is not supported in Java. So hence, I would say that Java is having an edge, right? So Java syntax will be different, but it's very easy. And if you know C++, you will learn C by default because most of the concepts of C are followed in C++ except for the syntax. So I would request. So is JavaScript different from these languages? Absolutely yes. JavaScript is different from these languages. See, uh, that is also a programming language, but that is a web programming language. I'm talking about web programming language. JavaScript does have some features which are also related with object-oriented programming. But however, the syntax is different. But JavaScript mostly is followed in various applications to create web pages, whether it is used in the form of a framework for Node.js or maybe for React, right? So, which is most important programming language we have to learn at first. So, best way to learn DSA is just learn C++. I would recommend C++ to all of you. Let me uh, give you a book name. Learn from book rather than internet sources. Books have lots of good things to offer, right? So there's a book which is in the name of the Bala Guru Swami. Learn the book of C language. Golang is good. Anubhav, to be very honest, Golang, I have learned that language and I loved it. However, for a beginner, if any beginner wants to learn any programming language, I would say learn C++. It's easy. It's as easy as it could be. So yes, this is what I wanted to thank you for. सर कोई बिगनर फ्रेंडली उप्स बता दीजिए सी प्लस प्लस या जावा दोनों में बना सकें प्रोजेक्ट आइडिया. Yeah, project idea. The project idea, I'll be telling you how you are going to create projects. Okay, so we'll create some projects over here. Don't worry, we have that with us. So shall we start learning how to think? Because I'll go with logic building now. After that, after logic building is bit covered, we'll basically focus on artificial intelligence and how AI tools are actually helping us. Shall we go about that? Okay, so since we have lesser time and we have more time to interact, I will be sharing some of the playlists that we have uploaded. I have uploaded on my channel C++ language. Maybe that would help also. But I'm not going with the entire C++ because that's not the context of it. But I really want you guys to think. So guys, I'm absolutely right. Okay, so. I have answered most of the things over here. So guys, I'm going to share my screen for a bit. Uh, just a minute. Right now is Vishal, I could use this language, Hindi language, but the point is many people may not be familiar with that language also. Okay, Arshdeep, thank you. How important is this session for program? Okay, students having non-technical, non-programming. I'm 110% sure, Arshdeep, the content which I will be telling you later half, okay, in the later half, that will help you out. I can promise you out. Because the prompt engineering is not for programmers only. As a non-programmer, you will and you will be satisfied, sir, I have learned something good. See, Python you can learn. We have books like Ibala Guru Swami again, Python. From that book I think you can learn that, right? So just a minute. You'll not be disappointed, Arshdeep. I'm 110% sure with that. Okay. So guys, are you ready to build logics, or are you ready to solve a particular problem? Everyone. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So let me share my screen for all of you. I'm sharing my screen. Harshita, yes. That is in my agenda. I'll rather use AI for creating a website and website that is having its own meaning. Okay. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, guys. Hopefully that is visible. Is my screen visible to all? Anyone? Please, can anyone tell? Is my screen visible to all? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, thank you so much for your response.